Hi, I'm Kel Sweeney from the Video Geeks and primarily I'm over here at Deck Converters in Eltham this afternoon, and I just want to talk about just a couple of the features on the AlphaTheta XDJ-AZ controller. Lots of features and reviews have been done online of these, but there's a couple of things I just wanted to cover in a bit more detail, which is setting up the streaming and how to stream on the standalone system with the USB sticks, and also using Serato with them as well. So let's dive in, take a closer look.
Authorizing your USB stick or SD card couldn't be any easier. All you have to do is make sure you go to your Apple Music. Make sure you are logged in. It will come up with a login page if you are not already logged in, and then go to your devices. And the one I'm going to authorize is this one here, my SD card, Kel128SD2. And then that little authorization button there, just click that. And it comes up with for authenticate this device. So you click OK, and then that becomes a tick. Then you can eject that SD card or USB, whatever it's going to be, and you can plug it into your AZ. And we will jump to the next bit.
So setting up the key. Now I use an SD, which is the same one I was talking about earlier, the SD card. I just use a converter, which I just stick in there. It's handy to use if you're working on systems that don't necessarily have an SD card slot. So just plug that in and give that a few seconds for it to register on the system there. And there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to log in to the cloud first. Let it do its thing. It's connected, and now we can jump to Apple Music, and you've got playlists, charts, top songs. You can flick through, you can come back, you can go to genres, you can go to dance, top songs, top album, top songs, and you can flick through all the top stuff. And then if you wanted to search something like that, that would be the radio edit for MK. If you wanted to search for something that's obviously the extended mix or some other different sort of mix, what you can do is you go to search, go to your MK search, and that pulls up, and there you go, the extended mix. And then we can load that onto Deck 2 and give it a few seconds. It just pulls the file down, and then you're good to go. And then if you wanted to then use your local library, so you're playing a track and then you think, right, if I want to load something onto the other deck, then you go to your local library, which is where all your stuff on the SD card or USB stick is stored. And you can just get your tracks, stick them on there, load it onto Deck. Just a quick run through then on using Serato with the XDJ-AZ. What's great is that not only you can have Serato connected to use as a controller, but you can also switch between that and the USB without having to reboot the system. Some other controllers that I won't name, you have to switch it off and restart it in order to use it in controller mode, and then switch it off and restart it to reuse it in internal mode. Whereas this one, you can do both. So you can switch, you can select your software control, and then you can load a track to a deck. So that one, we'll stick him on track 1, and that then is playing there. That's your Serato on that one. And then if I want to source, go back to USB, let's load one, this one here, load that onto Deck 2. Then that is playing, move the laptop because it's on the platter, and you've got that there. So you can actually play between Serato and a USB very, very seamlessly, which is great because then you've got Serato users, you can then have a USB plugged in as a backup. So you've got an instant backup. If Serato goes down, you can switch and have your USB mode playing, so the crowd isn't left in silence. The only mild downside, it's a very mild downside, is that the Wi-Fi doesn't then work to use Apple Music with your USB stick. But you do have access on the latest version of Serato. You can do the streaming on that if you're on the Wi-Fi then, so you can use Apple Music through Serato. So it's a trade-off, but actually having the USB as a backup for Serato is pretty amazing, and I'm loving that little feature.